Ooh, I think we are live. Yes. Woohoo. We are live. Okay, it is 12:59. We're 1 minute early, but we're good. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Kung saan man po kayo sa mundo, wherever you are in the world, maybe I'll speak Taglish sometimes, right? Good
I'm
afternoon,
learning.
everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. It's Tita here. This is part of my series highlighting business owners' journey. Dito po sa aming online business. So today I have a former skeptical husband. My guest here today. I am just gonna see if we are live already. Hold on a second, so we can share. It says live. So where is my business page? Oh, it says live now. Okay. Where are we? Where are we? Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna share. You can share my into my library if you want, and then I will share it into our. Here you go. There. There. Okay, please support everyone. And uh, here we go. It's always there. You go. Hey, we're back. Sorry, guys. Need to share with our business page. But anyhow, yeah. So as I have mentioned before, so I am doing this go live series challenge, whatever you call it, just to interview a few of our business partners with this journey. And so I'm trying to get different people from different background, from different field of their whatever work they had before. And so today, as I have mentioned earlier, I have a former skeptical husband who is now a full-time business owner and also a retiree. Woohoo! Yes, and so I will of course give Ray the chance to introduce himself, his before we head into our questions. Yes, so Ray, please go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon, morning, evening, all worldwide. I hope everyone is having a great day. Today in Toronto, where we are, it's beautiful, fantastic, sunny day. Temperature is awesome, so I'm loving it. And one of these days where, sometimes when you're in the office, you wish, oh my gosh, I wish I was outside. Well, thank goodness to our business, I can be. So I am loving this, and yeah, so I've been in the business. Well, I've been in the business with my wife for just over 6 years, but me personally being actually doing my part or, doing work in the business, it's just been just over 2 years. So I'm really excited and I'm having a great time doing it.
Awesome. That's good. Good, 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 good. Yeah. So anyhow, so part of the things that I'm doing here, of course, I asked a few questions.
Yeah.
Regarding the business. So today, of course, Ray is in the hot seat. Okay. So without further ado, so are you ready for our question, Ray? We have
I,
2 million viewers.
I am good.
Awesome. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, the first question. Oh my God, here we go. As a former skeptical spouse, at what point did you decide to join the business?
Well, I actually, decided to join the business. Well, actually, let me just backtrack a second. I was very skeptical at first because, of course, there's just so much threat with online
Mhm.
activities, illegal online activities, and you know, um, when my wife decided she was going to join the business, I was totally against it at first. But then What changed my mind is we have those community mailboxes. So I'm the one who usually just, after picking up my daughter from school, I'll drive by the mailbox and collect the mail every day. That's my routine. That was my routine. So now it's like one day, after my wife decided to join the business,
Uh-huh.
2 months later, I'm like, I opened the mailbox and I saw this envelope, not really knowing what it was. I do now know it's the company that we're partner with. Uh, but I'm like, oh, what's this? It's piqued my curiosity a little bit. But of course,
Uh-huh.
I came home. My wife at that time, because we were working opposite shifts, so she wasn't home.
Mhm.
But once she got home, I mean, I just saw the excitement and the joy on her face. And she's like, "Woo, I got my first check." I'm like, "Huh? First check for what?" And then, of course, she says, "Remember I joined the business?" I'm like, "Really? Okay, well, sure enough." But
Uh-huh.
again, I just thought it was just a one-time thing, so I never really got too much involved. And I just started noticing these checks are coming in, like almost weekly. So I'm like, okay, you're on to something good. But the real time when I decided
Uh-huh.
to get involved is to join myself as I noticed she's like, well, this a few years later, she's like, well, I'm quitting my job. I'm like, like, what do you mean? So, well, you're making that much. Again, I'm not looking at her checks or anything. I just noticed that, oh, you're making that much. And, I noticed, I'm like, oh, well, maybe I should get on board. So I did. So I did.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Yes.
here we are today.
So and so you've been in the business for officially how long?
Officially about 2.5 years.
Okay, awesome. So yeah, she must be getting a lot already before she quit her job.
Yeah, she was doing pretty good. When she told me she quit and she left work, I'm like, what? Wait. It's like, you're making that much from the business in this short a period of time?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
let's
awesome.
go.
Yes. So, see, good for you, good for you. It's like it's funny because there are lots of there are lots of stories like that. So for me, yeah, for me actually, because my husband, I told him as well. I told him as well, like I said, I'm gonna do something different because it's just like I just feel it like I'm just doing the same thing over and over. Yes, I money is okay. I can pay my bills, but I could not send money consistently to my parents because it's just the same. And sometimes because I work in sales and marketing, sometimes if I have bonus, then okay, you can go up, you can go down, but not really and the thing that like you cannot do on your own, you don't have the power at all, right? And so as I told my husband too, it's like I'm gonna do something. I see these things popping up into my Facebook. It's like I'm gonna check this out. And he's like, okay. And the same, my husband anyway, that he doesn't pay attention to my thing as well. So my income is mine, his income is ours. It's like
It's
that.
typical. With all wives, that's what it is. It's like the husband's income is shares and theirs is theirs. So I don't really
Don't tell him that. and so and so that's what I did too. But he's like agreeable to that, but really skeptical, and then because he's the one who goes to the mail as well. So when I got my first pay, I was like, where this one came from? And he actually was so curious, like, no, I want you to open it, I want you to open it. So it's like, I told you, I did this, I did this business, I started this business, I told you that. It's like, really? I said, yep. So yeah, so that's like there are lots in our community that husbands are skeptical, and then all of a sudden, there you go, they jump in with their own 2 feet, right?
Yeah.
So you're one of those. Amazing, amazing. Yeah. So thank you, Ray. Thank you. And I know you're loving it.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you for that. Thank you. So see, it's okay, guys, to be skeptical. It's okay, and it's okay to check it out. everything before, because there are tons, like even me, I was skeptical at first too. I've seen the webinar 3 times before I have decided, right? So it's there because we, like, it's the truth. There's, like, online, there's a lot of things that are not real at all.
Yeah.
So yeah. So awesome. That's good. Okay. Are you ready for our next one?
Yes. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah.
We'll see the comments first. Oh, we have. Oh, look at that. It's Marites. Thank you. Watching in my lunch break. Hello, guys. Hello. Thank you. Thank you, guys, for watching. Awesome. Yes. Thank you. Okay. For our next one, here we go, Ray.
Mhm.
Okay. You had a great career, right?
I did. Yes.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Awesome. So with that great career, so why did you choose to quit and focus in this business instead?
Well, the reason is, again, after my wife retired from her corporate world, corporate work, now she suddenly had a lot more time on her hand, and
Mhm.
she wanted to, let's go here, but I couldn't because I was chained to my desk at work, and
Mhm.
so oh well, maybe if you can just take a week off, I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, hon, it's gonna be unpaid. That's okay. We're good. So and I noticed that, and then there's just all these little things that keep
Mhm.
popping up. Let's go here. Let's do this. But I was again stuck to my desk.
Mhm.
Now the other reason is too is with my daughter, and she was doing her dance, and I just wanted to be at her recitals or even her her rehearsals and her classes. I just wanted to be there, both of us.
Mhm.
That was take it. I was being taken away from that. So after analyzing what we're making versus my income and the time that I'm losing out on, and again, doing these little trips that we like to go away with and doing stuff with my daughter, I'm like, okay, you know, um, I should really more focus more on the business because now that I can. So I
Mhm.
did that, and then it was just time to focus solely on the business and not the corporate world. And I'm not looking back because
Mhm.
again, we just have so much time to do so many things. It's like,
Mhm.
even now our daughter, she's at school or something. If my wife and I, we could just go out and have late breakfast together, and
Mhm.
before our business, that was just something we may be able to do on a weekend, not just the two of us. We have to take her daughter, but
Yeah,
now
yeah.
like we can actually go on these little dates again. So
Yeah, yeah.
and honestly, I'm just thinking that it's great. And again, as I mentioned earlier, today's such a beautiful day out. When I was at my work, it's like, I can only just sit at the window and just, I wish I was out there. But now I do have the opportunity to be out there, whatever, and just do those things. And just those time freedom.
Yes.
It's amazing how important or how good it feels.
Mhm.
You one of the other things too is I remember I used to suffer from migraines, and I'm not saying that the business or
Me
anything, but I
too.
used to suffer from migraines really
Mhm.
bad. And
Mhm.
and it occurred to me, like I was speaking with one of our business partners, we're talking, and it's like, um, you know, she had a migraine, and I'm thinking to myself at that particular time,
Mhm.
wait a second, when was the last time I had a migraine? And honest, I swear to God, I'm like, well, yeah, since I was employed, I had a migraine,
Mhm.
and I haven't had one since I've let go the corporate world, since I've left the corporate world. So I'm thinking, that may have something in the back of my head that's causing it. So like,
Rest.
migraines, beautiful day out, earning income, time with
Mhm.
my wife. It's a no-brainer. Yeah, loving it.
Yeah. Awesome. See, there you go. Now, speaking of migraine, oh my God, like I was, before I left my job in the resort before, because when I found this business, I was in sales and marketing, and I think I was already a manager because I was promoted, like, from supervisor to, I think I was already a manager. Yes, 20, because yes. So I was already a manager, and funny, it's just like almost every single day the headache is there, you know? And then it came to the point that I could feel this butterfly in my stomach. I said to my husband, I was like, you know what? I think I really, and I just started in this business actually. I said, I think I have to make a decision here, really a drastic one,
Yeah.
because I know it's like, if I'm not gonna do this, then I won't belong here. I
Yeah.
said, and plus the time that I'm missing dinners because I come home like late. You work in the resort. Oh my God. So yeah. So, and that the migraine now that I still work, but it's so different world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love what I did before, because I am so, like, a people's person, and I'm so outgoing. I love what I did, but uh s- anything attached to that, I'm not missing it at all.
It's the same with me. I mean, I'm loving what I'm doing right now. Some of the people that I've met in this community. I mean,
Mhm.
go back. I mean, I've met a lot of them since my wife first started the business. But I was, one of those husbands who sat on the side and watch. And but you meet people. But I was with some
Mhm.
other husbands who weren't involved in the business, but they were there with their spouse.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
it's when now it's great to be in the business right now. The only thing that you would say miss from your corporate is those coffee breaks when you were hanging out with socially with your coworkers. Other than
Yeah.
that, but the
Mhm.
stress in the environment, sometimes like the environment was good, but it's just the stress and the work,
Mhm.
and the demand and the time that it comes.
Mhm.
That's not missed at all.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, you guys, like, I see you guys sometimes, like, oh, you're in the mall, you're like, late breakfast, like, who would not love that? Oh my God. Like, even me, like, I have a little bit of time for myself now. It's like, the walks in the morning, the dinner time is really a big one. Like, when I can cook and I can eat dinner, like, without rushing, you know what I mean?
Right? I know. Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yes, awesome. So, wow, 4 million viewers. And okay, we have a few comments here, Ray. Let's see who they are. Okay, here is, oh, be careful, Ray. Coach Marian is watching. Haha. You're so funny. Okay, good morning to you both. Oh, hi, Ati Beth. Thank you for tuning in with us. Awesome. Yes, amazing time. Yes. Okay, Ray, we're not done yet.
Okay. Good. I'm enjoying this.
We're not done yet. Okay, okay. Here comes the next question for you. I think this is our last one, but okay. So here we go. Oh, it's on top. Okay, how does it feel to be a full-time dad and a husband?
Oh my goodness. As I said, mentioned so much time to do things together, but being the full-time dad, I mean, I love dropping my daughter off at school in the morning. Before we used to, have to rush to either take her to say the school bus drop off, and if you're late, then you kind of have to rush off and
Mm-hmm.
trying to beat traffic and do some
Mm-hmm.
illegal speeding just to get there, just because you have to turn around and then head to work, and that you
Mm-hmm.
know your day's stress before you actually start. Start right. But no, it's like now we just go to a casual pace whenever
Mm-hmm.
there's any activities at school. Sometimes it's midday. A couple of weeks back, she had her in the junior school they have the track and field day, and a few years ago I couldn't be part of that. I mean, wouldn't be able to watch it because, of course, I'm stuck at work. But now, yeah, the opportunity to go there and see that, and I think that's so. For me, it's important. I
Yes.
remember when I was a kid playing sports,
Mm-hmm.
and when I was when I was playing football or if I was on the wrestling team.
Mhm.
I've always wanted my parents there, and it is just so important. But of course, it was hard for either of my parents to be there because at the time they worked. So I
Mhm.
totally understood what I missed, and I'm saying, okay, I don't want my daughter to miss that. So just stuff like that. Just being
Mhm.
a dad, it just makes it great. Like after school, we have time to do things, whether we're playing board games or if we're just
Mhm.
maybe going for a bike ride, or even sometimes we take our dog for a walk, just
Mhm.
being there with her, not
Mhm.
that she needs my help with her homework, but if she does have any questions regarding her homework, I'm there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's kind of good.
Yeah.
I love to cook, so I love preparing the meal
Mhm.
fresh. Where if we get stuck in before you get stuck in traffic coming home, it's like, oh well, tonight is going to be a pizza night because there's no time to cook. But now, right?
Yeah.
Now it's like I can have food and everything prepared. So it's just great, just being there, being around there,
Mhm.
and of course, all glory to with my wife. I mean, we're there
Mhm.
together. It's not me doing everything. It's us, and it's not her.
Yeah.
It's us doing all this together.
Yeah.
And while she's at school, we have time to go out and do little things. Sometimes if we want to go, if her birthday's coming up, I want to go out and get a birthday gift for her. We
Mhm.
can actually go ahead and collaborate. We're at the mall together. Oh, what does this look like? Do you think she'll like this? Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you,
Uh-huh.
you may not think that's a big deal, but honestly, when you really look back at it right now, and it's like, just having the time to spend those time together and stuff,
Mhm.
and just
Mhm.
to, strengthen our relationship. Honestly, I just, it's a no-brainer. I would not look back. So I wish I didn't know. No, it's fabulous, and I'm really enjoying it. Less stress, you
Mhm.
know, uh, you know, it's great. It's great.
Yeah.
Just love being a dad and love being a spouse
Mhm.
to my wife. Yeah.
Yes. Awesome. Yeah. So it's really like, because like even me before, because with Arjan, as I mentioned to you earlier, like I could not just, we have this weekly meeting. Before, I could not do this one. Like like now, like before I come on live, we just came back, I had a meeting, and like I could support him. And before, I could only enroll him for 2 games, because I don't have time to pick him up back and forth, like but I think it's been 3 years that he's involved in a lot of games, of course. Like he has basketball, floorball, yeah, bowling, golf in the summer, just golf now. So which is good. But before, I can only do two. Now he has four every single year.
Wow. It's awesome.
Yeah, so which is good. And plus the weekend, I am loving our weekend at all. We did not go bike yet because there's a lot of bugs.
Yeah. Oh, mm,
Yeah, a lot of bugs here in the trail. So no biking yet.
mm,
I'm gonna wait until it's a little bit hotter. But yes, so
mm,
yes, it's so there's a lot of, like you will just, I'm not even into that point where you guys, both of you, are retired already. I'm not even that into that point, but I am grateful that I, like I did this. I'm grateful that I like I had the courage to do this, and like I keep going because I could see there are tons of people who have retired early and just
yeah.
loving the freedom, and that's the freedom that I want too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and it is great. Like, I mean, and with this business, one of I don't know, like a lot of times with her daughter when she was a little bit younger, you go to the mall, and of course it's always, Mom, Dad, can I have this? And then you kind of have to calculate, can we afford it? Yes, no. If we can't afford it, then we'll sit her. Oh well, let me think about it, and then hopefully when she gets home, she forgets about it, and that's the way we're thinking. And deep down, I'm like, oh my gosh. I mean, I saw how she really wanted that. And, the fact that you couldn't get it for her, that really tore at
Mhm,
me personally, tore at my heartstrings. But
mhm,
no, we're in the situation. It's like, oh, Dad, can I get it? Sure, no problem. What is it? Dad, can I get it? Oh, sure. You really need it? Yeah, okay, sure. So
mhm,
it's like totally
mhm.
different. And,
Yeah.
stuff like that is just make me be so thankful to be involved with this business. Honestly, it's like, and the other thing too, traveling and going places that,
Mhm.
I've been to places that I thought I would never dream. Like, I go to Japan, like,
Yeah,
in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, you know, when, without this business, when would I have had the opportunity to go to Japan?
probably not,
Maybe,
right?
you know, been
Mm.
across Canada so many times, stayed at so many of these
Mhm,
hotels.
mhm.
And it's not really for me, it's not bragging or anything like that. It's just that we have the opportunity to do that.
Mhm,
And, we're
mhm.
so thankful that without the business, like this was probably would not have been part of our thought process.
Yeah.
But now with the business, it's like, okay, let's do this, and it's
Mhm.
not an issue. And it's like, wow, okay, that's fantastic. I'm loving it. Yeah.
See, yes. So yes. So like and we hear a lot, and we see a lot of people that are already look at those. You guys already have like your passive income monthly
Yeah.
for life. So I mean, Coach or Marianne already have that, and of course you will get there soon too. So
Yep.
of course, who doesn't want it, right?
Yep.
Who doesn't want it? Even probably your corporate job before, you probably could not get that kind of pension.
No, 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 definitely not.
Exactly. So we wanna make our own pension. We wanna design our own pension, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Ray. Wow. That's all. We wrap up with our question. We have a comment here again. Oh, financial freedom. Ati Beth. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Financial and time freedom. That is a huge thing. That's a huge thing that I
Thanks.
got. Yeah. And yeah, so yes, so thank you, Ray. And for before we wrap up, of course, I wanna thank you for your time and coming on live.
Thank you
See,
so much for
and
having me.
answering questions. Yeah, but before we wrap up, I want to ask you, like, what can you tell to those people, those husbands, those people that have seen the webinar, the fence sitter, that, like, it's been dragging on forever and did not start the business. So what can you advise to them, those who are just watching and as just sitting on the fence?
Well, what I can advise is first of and foremost, if you're a skeptical spouse doing this business, just take a look in our community and see how many people are doing this. Okay. And rather than staying on the sideline and watch your spouse go, work with them. Because when you're doing this with your spouse, I mean, you build faster, you build a stronger base, a stronger foundation, and you get to your destination faster. Now, we all have goals in our lives and we have destination. Now, if you just sit at home and think about, you say, well, one of these days I'd like to go to Europe, and you just sit there and you think about it, just by sitting and thinking about it will not happen. You have to
Mhm,
take the steps to go there. And it's just like with your business. Okay, well, how am I going to get to Europe? You got to start making the first step. And with our business, starting with the business, you know, you have to A, sign up and start.
mhm,
B, you have to work on your business. You do your requirements, whether you're doing your posting or, whatever it takes, but you have to show up daily for your business. Because
mhm,
if you don't show up daily, you're not going to you're not going to go anywhere with it. So you need to show up daily.
mhm,
And we look at it as, if you have a restaurant, for instance, and you're in a corner in a plaza, and if you don't open the door to your restaurant, you're not going to have customers coming in. By not
yeah,
having any customers coming in, you're not going to make any sales. You don't make any sales, you're going to have to close your business.
yes,
So it's really, you just have to stay focused and keep working on your business. Make
mhm,
this initial step, but don't stop walking. Keep going. And
mhm,
from there, your walk becomes a run, becomes a sprint. And next thing you know, in a few years, you're looking back and says, man, I'm glad I did that step. And it's
yeah,
better to do that, in 3, 4 years to look back and say, I'm glad I made that initial step rather than sitting there 3 or 4 years later and says, oh man, I wish I'd done that. Because now
Yes.
if you start again, it's
Yeah.
just going to take you that much longer. So, I mean, like, don't hesitate. Just get up and do it. Stay focused, work on your
Hmm.
personal change and just saying, okay, this is what I want. This is what I want for me and my family. This is what we're going to do. So I have to do this and let's get going. And, one of the hardest thing to do I found with a lot of people, me included, is
Hmm.
just sit there and you think about it. Say, yeah, okay, I'll get to it one day. Yeah, I'll think about it. I'll get to it one day. And
Hmm.
then you get sidetracked, something else fills up your thought process, and then you totally forget about it. But if you're actually sitting there and doing it, working on it,
Hmm.
it becomes your routine. It becomes it, and you find. I mean, I find a joy in it. I look at this. Oh my
Hmm.
gosh, this group of people that I have met since being involved in this business. Oh my gosh, it's so overwhelming. I am bursting with joy because that's how you guys are awesome. So when you join a community like this and you keep going, you just have to keep going. There's tons of support available. So,
Hmm.
if you need the support resources, it's there.
Yeah.
Training is there. So just, the only thing, if you're not doing it, the only thing that is not there, if you're not doing it, is you not doing it. It's
Yes.
that
Yeah.
simple.
Yeah. It's like agree, like, with the same as like any other business, the
Yeah.
same as any other business. If you don't open your restaurant, even if it's in the corner, it's in the prime location, no, you won't get a sale. And I always say this as well, like, the same as it in your job. You don't show up to your work, are you gonna get paid?
No,
No.
exactly. Yeah.
It's the same concept. The only difference is that here you show up for yourself. You don't show up for other people, right?
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
any effort that you put in here, you and your family will benefit it, not the other people. That is the difference. So yeah. So
Mhm.
awesome. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know I can
Thank
ask tons of questions if
you. I could sit here all day.
Awesome, awesome. So, any other last word that you're gonna say before we wrap up?
Just first of all, thank you for having me. Thank all the viewers out there for taking their time to look at this. And viewers, if you're out there and you're still on the fence, don't hesitate.
Mhm.
If you're on the fence, go do it.
Yes,
Because if you don't do it, or if you're just sitting on the fence, you're going to stay on the fence.
yeah, exactly. Awesome. Thank you, Ray. Thank you so much. Thank you so
Okay.
much for saying yes to this. And yeah, appreciate. Thank you for your time. And yes, everyone, thank you. Thank you for tuning in with us. We appreciate your time. And to those who are going to watch the replay, I hope we have given you value today, and I hope we have inspired you. And of course, yes, as what Ray was saying, take that baby step. Don't be scared. The only one that is holding you back is you, yourself. And that's it for today, for our session today, for our live today. And I will touch base with you again next week. Surprise, who's gonna be my guest? So thank you again. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your week. We're gonna enjoy our time this afternoon. It's beautiful. And God bless everyone. Take care. Ingat po,
Guys.
everybody.